Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, that's role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey everybody, welcome to another session of our Deadlands, the Weird West, where the posse is gathered for another go at the Flair piano. Now that we've rectified our reading of the rules, they will probably be able to actually hit the thing now. But that being said, let us introduce our characters. And I know that we've done this before, but I'd like to go ahead and do it again. And also we'll talk a little bit about the clues they have found so far and the type of things that they may do next, pending their survival. So with that, I'm going to jump to Pete, who is playing. Gosh, I just biffed you away, Pete. Rosco.
Yep, Rosco Trafton, seasoned bounty hunter, dark, quiet type. Very fast with a gun. Doesn't say a lot.
But he still role plays a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Where's my sheet? Okay, Christine.
Sarah.
She can be a bit catty.
Now that is dedication to the craft, isn't it?
Absolute
But is that
dedication.
cat or raccoon? I can't quite tell. Hang on,
So
Charlie?
I'm saying,
What did you just say, Charlie? Charlie says, don't take sweets from strangers.
so I am playing Sarah Blake, otherwise known as the Siren. She is a young 25-year-old white female. She has long black hair. It's just tied into tiny little braids down to her waist. And there are beads tied into the hair that clank and clitter and chitter as she walks. So you get quite an eerie noise as she's moving around. You hear this sort of noise as she's walking.
Do that again?
Sorry?
I was like, can you do that again? That's a cool sound.
She's dressed all in black. She has a little black eye mask across, a little bit like a raccoon, actually, which is sitting pertly on her shoulder. It's a little hand resting on her ear, peering around, interested in what's going on around. I've lost my place now. Oh, sorry. She has a whip curled up at her waist, all black, as I've said, in a black duster, and she has Roger the raccoon sitting on her shoulder. And she is a witch.
Yes, she is a special type.
Oh, yes,
of
she
witch.
is. She is a Wichita witch. Sorry?
That she is. Do you have anything you want to say about Wichita Witches before we move on?
No.
Wichita Witches, coming from Wichita, are loosely affiliated or have been affiliated in the past with, what is it, the Black Canyon Rail? Is that correct? I have to check and see. But definitely something that we will be looking at as we move through the game. Let us move then to our last person in the party, in the posse, Rob playing Chase. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so howdy. Chase is an Englishman. He comes from the county of Lincolnshire. Chase is not his real name, but his real name is on far too many wanted posters, and because it's Wild West, change your name, and no, can't possibly be me. This is my name, etc., etc. He used to be in the army, fought for the wrong side, and that's how he ended up with a very large bounty on his head for grievous crimes. And because he's from Lincolnshire, he knew of an area called Belvoir, but the locals call it Beaver. So he thought, because he likes the ladies, he would create a name of Chase Beaver. But it's spelt Belvoir, as in Belvoir. So, you know, it's lost on those puny Americans. And so yeah, so he's happy going through life, and sometimes his past is caught up with him, but he's quite handy with the bow and arrow, gun and rifle, and his throwing knives, and that's literally it. He's the type of guy that rushes in, doesn't think, just does something on impulse, and it gets him into trouble. And somehow he always manages to lose trousers or shorts. If he's wearing shorts, when he goes to sleep, something will happen and they just disappear. He can't find them. He thinks his horse is eating them, but he's not too sure.
It's not the cat.
No, not the cat. Definitely not the cat. No.
Very, very interesting.
It'd be the raccoon.
raccoon.
It's unlikely.
No,
It could have been the raccoon, but I don't know.
Too small.
Yeah.
So who wants to jump in with what we know so far in your game?
Ooh.
I know nothing.
So
Why are you
We've
here
got
in
lots
town?
of notes.
yeah, so we're actually looking for, or we've been asked to look into a missing agent.
Len Goodman. No.
Len Buckles.
That's it.
Well, that's not his real name.
I know
But
nothing.
Len Buckles is his name. It is his cover name.
Yeah.
Went missing from Easton Hill a little while back, and we are trying to find him. So, yeah, we've heard that Len Buckles had a claim with Prospector Bob up on the, can't remember the name of the
Prospect Bob.
the bench. That's it, the bench.
The bench.
Yeah. So last time round we went to the mining office and met Mr. Heaton himself, and his son Gatlin.
Yeah, that's
One
right,
of his
yeah.
sons, Gatlin.
Gatling gun.
Then we had an encounter outside with Heaston's, one of his other sons. I don't know how many sons he's got.
Mm-hmm.
With his little gang,
Yep.
who were
With his little
Quite.
posse.
Was that?
Quite-
was
yeah,
that,
quite unpleasant.
Was that Max? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I'm not sure we got the name. So we went to the claims office to find out about Len's claim with Prospector Bob. And we found that for some reason the man in the mining office is keeping a list of all the new miners and what claims they have. So he's probably giving that to Heaston for some reason. Then we went to Noddy's grub counter to talk to JD. He was the man that Len had rented a house from. So JD was quite upset that Len skipped out owing him rent 2 weeks ago, but he agreed to lease the house to us. So then we came to the house, which is quite spooky. We've heard lots of noises and a piano that was playing in the front room, ghostly piano. And then we were attacked by the piano, which turned out to be a flare piano.
That it
Da,
was.
da, da.
Yeah.
So, with that, we're gonna
And we flailed away at the piano, and the piano flailed away at us.
until we were like, "This is what the
This is not
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
And it's still out of tune.
it is
Just
so
saying.
out of tune." Okay, so with that said, we're gonna jump across to Lynn Buckle's house and finish our fight. I'm gonna ask Chase first how many cards he gets. I want to say it's 2.
2.
Those are what you got. A 10, 6.
Where am I looking?
Right in front of me.
Okay.
Look at my face.
Not around my face.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'll type that into yours. And then how many do you get, Rosco?
I get 2.
You get an ace of spades
Which one
and
am I?
a egads. Look at me.
Yeah,
2.
5 of diamonds.
Okay,
The
5
5
is there, right?
needs to be 5 needs to be replaced.
So
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to beat an ace of spades. Yeah, and another one.
5.
Yeah. Yeah, go with the ace of spades.
Excellent. You can put that in.
Yeah.
And then we will go to the siren, to Sarah. 6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
You can put that in. And then we will go with the flare. 8 of diamonds. 8 D. Boom. Once you type it in, just go ahead and put your, just hit return.
What was the sirens? And I'll do that for you.
Bam. 7 of diamonds, is that correct?
6 of diamonds. It's all right.
6 of
It's
diamonds.
done.
Okay. And then I will really quickly go, bump. Nope, I will go here. Back card suite and there. All right. So there is our turn order. Rosco, what are you going to do with your turn?
I am going to run in, hit this thing with an axe, and run back out again.
Okay. There is the chance for it to strike back as you leave, even though I said that last time.
Really?
Pretty darn sure I looked that up. Maybe. And sure enough, now that's one of the things I'm looking up. Rob, can you help me look up?
I think it's only if they get like if they've got an edge that gives them a reaction.
Just a minute.
Otherwise, everything happens on their turn, doesn't it?
'Cause I think there is like a withdrawal from combat type of thing. Maybe not. Distract, shaken.
Make a ruling for the time being. I would
Yep.
I would make a
I
ruling.
say you can
No, it
for now.
doesn't.
I say you can for now. Move out, and then we'll look that up. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Chases.
So I'm not seeing that. as
Okay,
an issue.
so
I don't see that in an issue in this.
2, 3, 4. So there we go. And attack. So that would be. Well, all melee weapons are like strength plus d4, aren't they?
No, some of them are different.
Oh, okay.
So if you
An axe
look-
is a d4.
I think that's what we established for the axe. Yeah. I'm just really quickly seeing if I can catch that. Come on.
Actually, there is a withdrawing from melee, so I'm going to try and find it.
Yeah, if you can find that while we're doing it. But the okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Axe
That's no weapons.
hand is strength plus D6.
That's excellent.
Takes a minimum strength of 5 to use.
Well, this is a wood axe, which is kind of
I'd say
it's
close
bigger
to-
than a hand axe. So
Do you think it would be probably not a battle axe, but a battle axe is only a strength plus D8, so there's not a lot of variation between them.
yeah, well, strength plus D6. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay. So I'm going to make a where are we?
And the,
fighting
target-
roll.
Target you are going against, let me tell you really quickly.
Yeah,
is
it's not going to do it.
Parry.
Yep.
And parry is this thing only has a parry of 4.
Well, I didn't make it.
Oh no! Look at that. Do you want to spend a penny?
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to back off. That's
Very
my
good.
6th move.
Then we'll figure out that disengagement type thing in a little bit. And let's go to next down the list, which is Chase, standing in front of this thing.
Okay, so I think I'm going to take my sweet ass because I've just read something that will actually help all of us. Okay, so if you'll indulge me. So, subject to withdrawing, under free attacks of the main rulebook, page 101, some edges such as counterattack and first strike, or options such as withdrawing from melee, allow a character to make a free attack. Free attacks are a single attack unaltered by other edges and combat options. This is usually a fighting or grappling attack, but could include shooting if the attacker is armed with a pistol or other ranged weapons that can fire in melee range. So yes, the piano would get a free attack if you were to withdraw.
In that case, I will stay where I was.
Right.
There we go.
Now, this is what I then read, because straight on the next thing is an option. Well, it's not an option. It's a ruling for ganging up. Okay.
Yes.
Which basically gives us flanking bonus.
Ooh.
Yes, ganging up allows attackers to flank, exploit openings, and generally harass a foe. Each additional adjacent foe who isn't stunned adds +1 to their attacker's fighting rolls, up to a maximum of +4. So, if 3 goblins attack a single hero, for example, each of the 3 goblins add +2 to their fighting rolls. Each ally adjacent to the defender cancels out 1 point of gang up bonus from an attacker adjacent to both. This means troops in opposing lines, such as a medieval formation where the man has 3 adjacent foes and 2 adjacent allies, don't get the bonus unless they are actually flanked. Okay, so if myself and Rosco went side to side of
It would
this
be
thing,
+1.
we would get
Wow.
+2.
+1.
1.
Each additional person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, each additional.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if the raven and
do it.
the raccoon Roger came in also, then we could get +4.
3. +3.
Is the raccoon not a fighting stat?
Yeah, but it's 1 per additional person. So if there's 4 of us, then it's +3.
Right. That is true.
And Christine, you have a character sheet for your raccoon. You
Okay.
seen that?
Go on.
You have?
So with that said, Chase knows about this.
I do.
And by the way, I didn't put Roger in there.
1,
So he
2.
will go on your turn.
Can I fit into here, Anthony? Because I have noticed that
please.
the mimic has actually gone
Yeah,
back.
absolutely. It's step back. Sure. Go there.
Yeah, right, okay. Now, because Rosco is diagonal to the mimic's range area,
It's
because it's
still fine.
two
That's
two
he's
two
still-
blocks by 2
yep.
blocks. Am I?
Yep, you guys are all. You're going to get your bonuses. Absolutely.
Right, so I get a +1. So okay,
Yes.
so I am going to roll the thing, and then we just add 1 to the. So I'm gonna duck in with the Bowie knife and see if I can. Oh, I've got 2 of them.
Target number is 4.
Oh shit! I didn't realise I've got 2 of those. In which case, I'm going to use 1 in each hand.
Okay, take the penalty.
So no, I'm ambidextrous. So that's a hit. Oh no, it's not. That's a 6, 7.
Are you a 2 whatever kid or whatever it is?
Yeah. So I'm ambidextrous, which gets rid of the -2.
Gotcha. But you're doing 2 attacks, so there's a subtraction for that.
It might be that ambidextrous might cover that.
Yeah, he ignores the offhand
don't think so.
penalty.
There is.
Yeah, but is there an offhand penalty and a
You need,
multi-attack penalty?
You need the 2-fisted edge, which makes 1 extra fighting roll with the second melee weapon and the offhand with no multi-action
104.
penalty. So the multi-action penalty is going to give you a -2 on that second action. But you're not going to get an offhand penalty as well. You're just going to get an extra attack penalty.
Characters assumed
Yes.
to be right-handed unless the mind decides otherwise. Actions that require precise eye-hand coordination, such as fighting or shooting, suffer a -2 penalty when done solely with the offhand.
But do multi-attack or multi-actions in a turn. That's what you're looking at. Because you're doing 2 attacks. It's not that it's a left or a right hand. It's that it's
Multi-action.
multiple attacks.
Characters can perform up to 3 actions on their turn. Each additional action beyond the first inflicts a -2 penalty to all actions.
Yeah.
Wild cards, movement.
And by the way, you're supposed to say that at the very beginning because it takes off for every action. So, for instance, if Rob says, I'm going to attack with both hands with knives, he gets no penalty for left hand because he's ambidextrous, but he does get -2 on both attacks, but he also gets a +1 on both attacks because of the flanking. So really a net -1. So here he has a 6, -1 is 5, is a hit with his first hand.
That's the first one then. Right.
Yep. And so just subtract 1 from your next roll.
Do you want me to roll the damage for
Actually, no, we do the damage first. We're supposed to do that because it gives you an option to.
Oh boy!
There we go.
Ignore the bonus damage because it's doodad.
All right, I am going to use a Benny to soak,
and it's ghost steel,
which does
very nice things.
Okay, so I'm going to soak, which means I need to make a spirit roll.
But I don't know what the ghost steel actually does. Where's
we'll take a look at that.
I'll look at that in a second. The second one is a 3. Misses.
Soak. Here we go.
Yeah, because it's got parry of 4.
It's a vigor check. And so because of that 17, that is above 4. So it is, let's see.
Well, it's 17. You've got to detect its toughness first, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so it's
so incredibly
parry,
right.
Toughness comes off the 17.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm seeing 4 above 13, correct?
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that is
shaken?
That is shaken, yeah, because you don't have a raise that would go to... No? That is a raise, right? Because 4 is...
Well, what's his toughness?
13.
13.
3 of which is armor.
So that's a hit and a raise, yes.
Okay. Then so it would take shaken and wounded. It is going to roll its vigor. And I hope that rolled.
Yeah, you got a 5.
So It's got one success, so it cancels the wound, but it does not cancel the shaken. It is shaken, and I will mark that right now. Shaken. Another shaken will cause a wound.
Mhm.
It does not get. It can spend a mini to unshake right now. It chooses not to,
And it cannot attack.
unless it makes its free action of unshaking.
Well, yes.
Yes.
At the start of its turn, yeah, that's
At the
true.
start of its turn. So we are to the flare
A
piano.
ghost steel weapon adds +1 to damage, gains 1 AP. So the AP is 2. So whatever is
That's the armor piercing. So the toughness,
goes down
It
2.
ignores 1, 12.
yeah,
Down
yeah.
2.
Yeah, it
Why
goes
2?
down 2 because all weapons have an armor piercing of 1. Ghost steel goes puts it up to 2. The same as the Winchester's got an AP of 2, whereas a
got it.
Colt Frontier only has 1.
So you get against a 10, so it's
Still only going to be one raise,
Yeah.
so
So it didn't change it, but so be it.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And then we will go to the flare piano if I am seeing right.
But it's shaken, so
Yep. So it will have
so
to.
it doesn't move.
Free action. Its free action is to unshake,
Oh, okay.
and it attempts to unshake and succeeds. It can now act. If you see that down there.
Yeah.
So I think it is going to attempt to attack with it has 2 attacks. I'm going to go in between the two of you guys. It's going to go after Chase first, who just did damage to it.
Don't forget it's a -1 because he is doodaddy.
Yes, -1, so it's 9. And then what is your parry?
My parry is 6.
6.
So that's 3.
9, 3. So that is not.
No.
He does not succeed. And so we will try with the other side. What's your parry there, Rosco?
6.
Okay, well, look at that. Not so much for the flare piano. And now we go down to the siren and.
I think you've still got it on the character sheet as shaking because it keeps coming up with a little roll to unshake thing coming up on there.
Oh, okay. Even though I said that down there. Okay, so I'll check. Here we go. Even though I rolled unshake, it unshook. I still have to click it off on the.
Yeah.
It's silly, isn't it?
It's all good. We'll get there. Okay, Roger, Siren, tell us what you're doing. And by the way, there's your small and there's your medium blast tokens, just in case you're wanting those.
What?
Your small and medium blast tokens. I just thought I'd put on the side of the screen there. You have control of them if you wanted to use them at any point. It does not cost you anything to focus it down 1. It costs you to go up 1. 1 point.
Okay.
So you can go down 1, which will just conveniently cover it nicely.
Exactly, without anybody else.
Without taking out us, for the sake of example.
Yes. Which one is the big things I was looking at when I was like, okay. Last time we were like, oh, that's half the house. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's like, nope.
You can make it smaller.
Each square is 6 feet, 2 yards.
Yeah.
She's thinking. I can tell. Her eyes are closed.
Sorry, yes, because I've not done this before, you see, so I'm just trying to read up on what it is exactly I'm doing. So, Sarah, weaves a little pattern in front of her with her hands and seems to pull shadows out from all the corners of the room and hurls it at the piano.
Yay.
And basically, there's a swarm of what looks like spirits swirling and rending and screeching and howling and tearing at this thing.
Awesome.
So this is this one, yes?
Blast. Yep. And it's right on top. I'll put the player piano behind it. And then I'll send the piano to the back. There we go. We need you to make your roll for the spell going off as you wish. Look at that. So you're going to get an extra die of damage.
2 raises in there. In our wild die.
So I think you still can only get up to
Nice.
1 extra. So 2d6 plus 1 plus the 5 bonus damage. And you got a +2 because of how magic is working in this house. 5. So that's 17 again. Is that right?
I think I'm actually going to use an extra
18.
PowerPoint and put an extra D6 in there.
Do it.
Is that okay?
So, that,
Roll another. 2. So
so
5.
that's 16,
That's rubbish, but never mind.
17, 18, 19, 20. 20 points of damage.
20. Against its 13.
Yeah. So am I right in saying the extra damage doesn't actually have any effect once you're over the toughness? It's only if only if the dice rolls over.
Oh, no.
So on the shot itself, the first raise gives you an extra damage dice when you roll. On the damage dice, yeah, that just keeps going up because each raise is a wound, and you can just.
Yeah, but each raise has to be a rollover on the dice, or is it just 4
No,
points?
it's 4 points.
4 points.
It's just 4 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's shaken and it's so close to having 2 wounds.
It's got
It's
So it's
got
got
a wound and a half,
shaken and a
basically.
wound.
If you got to
Shaken and a
21,
wound.
you would have got the extra point to
Darn.
take it over to 2 wounds and shaken.
Shaken and a wound. I'm not gonna spend one of my bennies on it because I'm saving those for other things that I might need.
So yeah, so if you've got a raise on the attack roll an extra d6. So has that already been factored in?
Yes,
Yes, because that was that bonus of 5.
that was the 14.
And
so
then down
okay, I'm with
so you got
yeah.
1d6, it rolled a
see.
6, and then it rolled another 6, and then it rolled a 2.
Starting to make sense.
And then did you add the other 2 for the extra bonus of magic in the
Huh?
house?
What, for the damage?
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, so I
Okay.
put the 11 and the 5 together
okay.
because you said don't forget to add
Yeah.
the bonus damage, so that's 16.
16, yeah.
Plus the 2 that
17, 18,
Christine rolled on the
20.
d6, so that is 18, and then 2
18.
for the house is 20.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
minus the toughness.
Yeah, which
So it is
was
shaken,
13,
it
you
has
said?
wound. 13.
Now, Christine, or GM, does the magic have an armor piercing?
Unless it says it.
So Christine would need to, the Raven would need to look at it and say, yeah, it's got an AP of 1.
For blast. But
Because
okay,
if it has, that'll be shaken and
another wound.
2 wounds.
Yep. So you can take a quick look at that, but
I
we're
think.
going to skip on.
I have to say, I don't see anything in the spell description.
Okay, in that case, it hasn't.
Mr. Raccoon, what do you want Roger to do?
Roger
You
is
see-
going to claw at this thing. He's going to basically scamper off my shoulder over to the.
You
The,
should have control of him. No, you don't.
No, I don't.
apologize. You will now. There.
He's going to scamper on over. And he's going to start clawing at the thing.
Excellent.
So he gets +2 to attack
He does.
Okay. Because of the flank.
because
Flanking.
there's now 3 of us ganging up on this piano.
Very good. So make its fighting brawl roll.
That's a 5, 6,
5
7.
beats a 4. So that's a hit without a raise. So just go ahead and roll its damage. If you might get lucky. Things exploding, things like that. You never know.
3.
not so much. But
It's working its way through the wood.
yeah. I mean,
It's only got little claws.
Yeah.
But you know, you never know. Sometimes it might get lucky, and you've given it something to do. Okay.
Exactly.
So everybody, we will now quickly remove all turns. Bump. And there we go. All turns clear. There. And Chase. You have a king of clubs.
Yeah, I'll take the king.
You can replace this one, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll take 10 of hearts then.
10 hearts. Ma'am, you have a 7 of spades.
7 of spades.
Player piano has a 6 of diamonds. Bump. Bump.
Oh, sad for the piano.
6 diamonds.
What did you get, Christine?
7 of spades. I'm just trying to add it in.
It's all right, I'll do it for you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like that.
Boom.
There you go.
And then, really quickly, card suit. Card suit. And there we go. All right. Chase.
No? Oh,
That
yeah.
was fast compared. So it is doable.
No,
to
it
be
shouldn't
able
be
to-
me. Suit order. Clubs is last.
Yeah. Yeah, got a king.
You have a king.
Yeah, doesn't matter, doesn't it? On each round,
It matters.
you can spend.
Yeah, so the
So spades
Yeah.
go first, then
No.
hearts.
No.
highest card goes first, but if you had 2 kings, then it would go in suit order.
Suit order.
Ah, right,
Spades.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to take the minus. I'm going to do exactly the same again. Take the -2 to the attack.
Now you get +2.
Yeah.
Plus, so
So
it
I'm
evens
going
out.
to use both knives, so that evens out. So it's just bog standard. So here's the first one.
Yes. There's the wild. Ah, that's a hit.
Got a hit. Right. So damage is 7
Okay.
off of his 13, so it doesn't really do anything.
Nope.
Second attack.
Is a serious hit. So that's going to get you
13.
the extra bonus die or extra damage die.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Ooh.
And plus
so
the 2 for the bonus damage.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
25.
25.
Above his 13. So that's
So
12.
that's well. I mean, even if you just went the 23, that's 10. So that's 2 over the base.
All right. Tell me how this happens.
Okay, so basically, Chase is kind of trying to work out whether the next attack is going to go towards Rosco or himself. So he kind of does a weird thing. He kind of rolls, and he ends up finishing close to the raccoon. Didn't expect the raccoon to be there, and he basically goes low on the attack because where he was attacking, there's a claw, or where he was going to attack, there's now a claw. And it was so good that Roger got in the way, because where the foot pedal is on the piano, the Bowie knife slipped in just between the pedal and basically it gouged out a pin that basically, so the internals started to, and yeah, so it was like it felt like Chase had managed to get an internal organ, okay, from a piano. Get it? And yeah, so basically he's got the thing's Achilles heel, and now there's air coming out of it and all sorts.
Keys
very
fluttering around all over the place.
Yeah.
So I will tell you the one other thing you guys could have done is take a -4 penalty to your attack and gone after the actual spool in the player piano right in the middle, that big spool that it goes through, serving sort of as its brain, and that would have bypassed all of its toughness.
Nice.
But we didn't know that,
No.
unless it's, you guys just figured it out. But you guys managed to take care of this thing without a problem. I'm going to pull your blast plates off the side here, ma'am.
I look at Rosco
I have
and
gone ahead and furnished the house because I had a couple of spare seconds to myself.
I was going to wait until the break to say, have you not been busy all week?
Yeah.
There was one evening the wife was watching Sherlock, and I'm sitting on the couch going, you know what? I could probably be doing something. And I couldn't concentrate well enough to write. So I was like, you know what? I can just throw tokens on a screen. I can do that. And then I realized it was more difficult than that because I needed to read the description for each room. So the only thing that's really off is the color of the seat in the office, which was described as a blue-green thing. So
I wouldn't worry about that.
Definitely not. The rest of it, we have the picture on the wall with the eyes that seem to follow you. We have the places where there is no description. I could do whatever I dang well pleased, and so I did so. You can see the room upstairs with all the animal heads. There's obviously not enough songbirds because I couldn't find enough, but I did find animal heads, so that was sort of fun. And you can see the bedrooms where you guys can wind up eventually using those as described. And go ahead.
Like,
what are you guys going to do?
As soon as that's done, I turn to Rosco in the siren and I go, is it me, or whilst we've been fighting this piano, which should we have been fighting, but it looks like somebody's come in and furnished the place. Look, there's now pictures on the wall, and wherever you move, their eyes follow you.
Anyway.
And I'm sure I heard some creaking upstairs where beds have now been placed.
There are movers coming in while you're in the fight.
Through the back door. One just peeked round and just went, okay.
You guys are all slamming against the piano. There's one asking Sarah, where do you want this?
Yeah.
And then when she said upstairs, they're like, oh.
God for that. What the hell was that? And I look at Sarah and I go, do you know what the hell that was? What have we got ourselves into?
Sarah says, can you please take that upstairs and put it in the master bedroom? They go, and then promptly smash it into the wall as they start going up. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I could just leave it down here if you'd rather. You can sort it yourself.
You take the piano out.
Sorry, I've moved too many times in my life. Okay. The house is yours. I think there's some other things to think about in this house. I think that you guys did discover that there was a...
we found the badge.
Yes, you did.
And the lock, the key.
An odd barrel-shaped key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agency badge.
So up here, I mean, what is that in there?
That is actually described in that particular closet is extra wood for the fireplace.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually described in the book. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it there because I thought that was sort of silly sounding, but that's what's there.
Okay.
One thing you haven't really thought about was
put that upstairs.
Well, there is a fireplace upstairs, so maybe it's just...
Oh, of course there is. Yeah.
So there's one there, and it leads down to the one that's next to the Flair. What was the Flair piano? So there is a thing in the kitchen that you haven't looked at, which is the trapdoor down to the cellar that we did talk about at one point before everyone went rushing upstairs because of sounds and things.
Yeah, let's check out the cellar.
Well, I also need to find out where the outhouse is because, I mean, I'm not being rude, but I've not been to the toilet for ages. Thanks, Anthony.
Is this how you're telling us that you're needing a break?
No. Have you noticed that when you're role playing, you never actually need to go to the toilet? Your characters never need the loo.
Yeah, it's Hollywood rules.
If you do need to have that particular thing happen, it's usually because there's a mimic involved. So
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, plot reasons.
Yes.
Right. Also, Anthony, the 2 yards
Yes.
length thing, it's currently going over 2.5 squares.
That's just how it was set up.
Okay, no worries.
I could have stretched or shrunken it just a little bit, but that's
I didn't know if it was going to be an easy fix for you. I'm not going to be anal about it. I just thought if anybody looking or watching was seeing the grid, then there we go. 2 squares
and
for 2 yards.
Fair for those watching the grid. These maps came with the module itself. However, the way that Deadlands is set up, the squares themselves are each 2 yards, which equals to 6 feet. It may be, and I'm not going to do it, but I could go in and change the settings to 5 feet and see what it did. But I think
because the last time we did that, it messed stuff up. So we move 2 yards per square, don't we?
So it's considered a game inch each square, which, by the way, is your pace.
Yeah.
Pace is squares. You don't have to do any math for that.
No, exactly.
Okay.
Right. Just a quick question before we all go in and have a look at the trapdoor. Did we see I can't remember whether you said that was or not, but is there like a library of books, like a wall of books or something?
The study, yeah.
There, right. Okay. I thought, but right. So I'm going to make a mental note to have a look in the books, because when I was holed up once, many moons ago, I used books as like a way of hiding shit.
Very good.
Okay. So so my objective with the bookcase is when we come back, to spend half an hour, if we got half an hour's time, to out of screenshot, to basically pull out so many books, rifle through them to make sure that they're not fake books, basically, or they've not been tampered with, and then I'll put them back exactly where they came from.
Absolutely. I will do such.
Okay, and I'll ask the siren, because that's the first time I've ever seen a piano come to life. Have you seen that shit before?
I don't know what I'm hearing.
It's Christine playing the start of the kids show Trapdoor.
Okay. So there's at least two of you in there by the trapdoor. We see that the raccoon just sort of camped out watching the piano ruins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It every now and then it pokes at one of the keys, so you hear this little sort of really off-key sort of noise coming from the piano.
Brilliant. Did you say the raccoon's name was Roger?
Yep.
I thought I had remembered that. Good. Are you staying in the parlor there, Miss Siren? As the two men are taking a quick look at the trapdoor.
No, I shall join them.
Okay.
I'm just going to say to Roger before I leave, though, if it twitches, come get me.
It looks at it. Roger will look at you. Okay. Yeah. It's slightly smarter than that weird construct we've got in another game, but
yeah.
In the meantime, just as we're about to open the trapdoor to look down into the basement, all that we hear is this twang.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck, it's alive again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, it's not padlocked. It looks like it's meant to be it's got a handle that is closest to where Rosco is standing. The hinges are on the side towards the wall. So you would either stand on one side of it or the other and lift it up and lean it back against the wall.
Okay.
If you say you do that, then
Yeah, Roscoe's going to go over there and he's going to do exactly that.
Okay. You can see that there is a ladder descending downstairs. I have to do something because I don't think I got your characters for this.
All right.
But I will go here.
Ooh.
And the size is much different, so we're going to have to change your characters. And Rosco will not remain teeny. He will be full size. The cellar itself, let me make sure that I do not cheat you out of any particular words here. Let's see here. There are 8 wooden steps leading down into the dark. It smells like rotten fish, animal musk, pine sap, and I need a notice roll from everyone. Okay, that is actually a success. That's a success with the raise. Did we get them all? Okay, so with that, you do notice that there's a pile of disturbed earth in this corner.
That thing that looks like a toupee.
Yeah, it looks like a toupee. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks more like a
It
haggis.
is at this point that the trapdoor slams shut and it goes black in here.
Ooh. Has anyone got a source of light? Because I do not.
No, but I do have a lighter.
Good.
Okay.
That'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Your lighter, and I'm not sure what type of lighter you've got. I can say that
I don't know. It
it's
just says
probably
lighter.
alchemical in nature. You can see some flittering of shadows in the corners. They seem to have emanated from that pile of turned earth and scattered to the 4 corners of the room.
Okay. Well, this isn't
Okay,
ominous
so
at all, is it?
so does it look like they're afraid of the light then?
It's at this point they decide to start rushing you, so we're
Oh,
going
okay.
to
So I'm
start.
guessing not then. Okay.
Okay, so let us go once again. Rob?
Hang on,
Bring up
let's
the
get the
turn
turn
order.
tracker up.
Oh yeah, turn tracker coming up. And we have a good thing for you guys. In that, we have a joker. All of you guys get a Benny. So I will now deliver you your bennies.
Awesome.
And shuffle. Nope. I want to deal. 1, 2, Chase, 2, Pete, 2, Christine. Deal. You still have 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, Pete, Christine, Rob. Oh, you're not in the turn order. That's no. Here we go. Deal like that. It was saying
There we
deal
go.
to things
Yeah,
in turn
yeah.
order. So with that joker, you can go wherever you want in the round, including interrupting other characters and other creatures as they are trying to do something. Okay?
Okay.
So you have the joker. I would say That's probably a J and not a B. Sorry, Rosco. Look at that. Jack of spades.
Yeah. The 2 gets replaced.
2 gets replaced. You might get more.
I might get more. 4 gets replaced.
Look at this.
And the 3 gets replaced.
Gets replaced. This is not zooming in very well.
9. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jack of spades. Yeah.
Jack of spades. Okay. The raccoon who is upstairs will also be on this card if the raccoon chooses to somehow try and do anything. 6 of clubs. The creatures, and I need to... Darn it all. Wrong bump. Sure enough. Add turn. The creep and shadow. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 3 of clubs. 3. See? Boom. And then, really quick, my card suit. Then I go up here and I say that. And there we go. And your Joker, once again, can go whenever it wants.
Yep.
Chase.
Yeah.
Rosco. You see these things in the corners of the room. They look very wispy. And they have, even though they're where they are physically right now because of how the tornadoes worked, they are streaming towards your group from each corner.
Darn it. I really need my guns.
I know. Don't worry, that club will do wonderful, or axe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Well, if we don't want to be ganged up on, we need to stick together. Because those gang up rules apply to them as well as us.
Yes.
So I'm going to step next to the little lady.
Very good.
And I'm going to wait until one comes in range, and then I'm going to hit it with an axe.
Okay. Is there a quasi-ready?
There is a... You can pause. What is it? Where is it?
Yeah, what is it?
You can...
Yeah, I've heard of that. It's... There is a where you're holding. I'm just trying to. It's not on that nice little sheet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. That would be 2.
Oh, no, there it is. Yeah. Go on hold. Interrupt any future turn before your next one. Interrupting an enemy requires winning an opposed athletics roll.
Fair enough.
Okay, let me just look up the rule. That's not that clear. Let me look the rules up. You keep going.
Okay, so we're considering you now D&D on hold to interrupt as they come in. Hopefully, you can get us the proper rules before that goes silly.
Okay, here we go. Hero may choose to wait and see what happens by going on hold.
Mm-hmm.
This allows her to resolve her turn later in the round if she wishes, and lasts until it's used.
Mm-hmm.
Character is on hold when a new round begins. She's not dealt a new action card, but can go at any point in the round she chooses. Interrupting actions. If a character on hold wants to interrupt an action, including a rival who is also on hold, she and the opponent make opposed athletics rolls. Whoever rolls the highest goes first. In the rare case of a tie, the actions are simultaneously.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I will be on hold until, and then we'll make opposed athletics checks to see if I get to go first.
Or you'll hold it all the way into the next round, and then you get to go whenever, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is almost like the Joker. Very good. So the next person is the Siren, unless you want to jump in, Chase?
Nope.
Okay. Miss Siren?
Hey, well, I'm not holding back. I am, again, swirling my hands in front of me, drawing shadows from all around, and I hurl a blast of spirits at
Nice.
this one, the one over by the mound.
The toupee of stuff on the ground. Got it.
Mhm.
Very, very good. I'm excited about this.
Okay.
Okay, your wild dice means that you do have a hit upon this creature because remember you get +2 because of your power for some reason is more powerful in this house. So you have actually a 7. And then your blast is not doing as much as you might have liked. You want to burn another point? Actually, that's 7, 8, 9. That's actually 9 points, just so you know. Its toughness is 6.
Yeah, okay, well.
Okay, because right now it would only be a shaken. You might be able to take this up with a, just do a D6. There we go, 4. That's what we needed. So this one blinks out of existence. Oof. All right.
Does the toupee set fire get set alight?
Does the raccoon want to do anything upstairs on its turn?
It presses another key on the piano.
Bonk. I love it. Okay. The other creeping shadows, and I need to take a quick look because I did get rid of their stuff again. Page 6 are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, this guy goes here. 1, 2. Yeah, this is going to go here. 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to go here. And
okay.
then
I think I'll take my turn.
Okay. And you don't have to roll anything.
So what I'm going to do is, if you may, I'm going to class this as an interrupt to whatever the creature is going to do in front of Megan. Not Megan, Sarah. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my Bowie knife, and I'm basically going to try and attack it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So when it tries to do what it's doing?
Yeah. As soon as it gets close and it starts to do anything, then I'm going to make an attack to interrupt it with my Bowie knife.
So you're automatically getting to interrupt because of your Joker.
Yeah. I think it's kind of unfair because the Joker can, but he can do an interrupt. So I'm going to use my action to interrupt and make an attack kind of thing to see if that attack interrupts it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically what I'm going to do.
This is what I needed to do. We need a fear check from you guys at -2.
A what?
Fear.
A fear?
Which is spirit.
Which is spirit?
Spirit check at -2.
At -2?
Yep. For everybody. You need a 4 to succeed. If not, we're into a different situation.
I might roll twice there.
Okay. Yeah. You're good.
Sorry about that.
You're good with the 4 because you.
Yeah, I just double clicked accidentally.
Because the 4 is at -2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you have failed your fear.
So when did the fear apply? Was it when they came adjacent to us?
Yeah, I think that's about.
Okay, so in that case, can I make my agility check to act before I get feared?
I think that's fair enough. Do you think? Would you spend a bidding to re-roll that?
Well, if we let's resolve the athletics check first.
Yep, let's do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll its athletics, and then you can try and beat. Oh well, I was going to roll its athletics. I need to find its. Boom. To do it. Rosco wins.
Okay, so I act first.
Very
So I am going to knife this one
good. Nice.
because
Why can't I find fear?
It's not. It's spirit. As
Oh,
much
okay.
as that would make, even though they call it a fear check, it's a spirit check, a spirit roll. At -2. Okay, so you.
right. So I'm going to swing the axe at this one because I have one person adjacent to me, which means I get a +1. Oh no, it has one person adjacent to it as well. That cancels out. I think is how it works, isn't it? So it's just a fighting roll.
Yes.
Which is a 5. What's its?
Wonderful. It's
What is this?
its toughness is 6. No armor.
So I hit. Okay, right. So I get strength plus a d8. I don't have a weapon set up for that.
That's all good.
So if I just roll a d8.
D6 that we were doing.
The
axe.
Yeah, strength plus d6. Sorry, yes. So that's 2d6 then. Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, let's get some dice.
Gotcha. So that's wonderful. However, I've let you go through this entire exercise in futility because the axe just swipes through what seems to be fairly immaterial.
Okay, right. Then we get the fear. I'm going to spend a penny.
Very good.
So am I.
Roll that spirit -2.
Oh,
All right. I need to really quick.
Okay, I'm feared. I ain't spending another penny on that.
Feared. Okay. So let
Does
me.
that mean shaken?
Fine.
Or is it something
I'll
else?
tell you what it means, but you're just gonna have to give me just 2 seconds to get there. Unless I, completely biff it off of where I was trying to be because I was moving just a little bit too fast. Here we go. So fear, you will find upon the. Come on, here we go. Page 124 of the book. So heroes make a fear check, which is a spirit roll as a free action when they first spot a creature with a fear ability. Success means a character manages to overcome the situation and carry on. Failed means the unfortunate soul faces the consequences below, depending on whether the source of the fear was grotesque or terrifying. This is terrifying. A terrifying trigger such as monstrous creature, unknowable evil, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You will roll on the fear table at -2. Excuse me. You
+2 with a critical failure.
It's +2.
Well,
So you roll a d20.
Hang on, I didn't make a critical failure on the fear check.
Let me see what that says.
It says at +2 with a critical failure on the fear check.
Okay. So if not, yeah. First spot a creature.
I
Roll a
did.
d20 and add the monster's fear penalty, if any, to the roll. Does it have a fear penalty?
2.
-2.
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah, but it's 2.
But adds +2 to the roll. Okay. D20 +2, 10.
So shaken.
Taken.
Okay. So be it. Is anyone else that's rolling further on the fear table? And adding 2?
8. Because I got a critical failure.
Vulnerable. Okay. So that means you are vulnerable to the end of your next turn. So you.
No, so you got plus another +2 as well.
Oh, that's 10 then.
Okay. So shaken.
Yeah, because I rolled a 3. -2 is 1, which is critical failure.
Oh, that's what you did.
Yeah, I rolled a Benny and I rolled worse than I did the first time round.
Okay.
These Bennies don't like me. So that's 10
Well,
on that
I
table.
did the same because I rolled a 1 on my. After I had my Benny, I actually rolled a 1. So.
Unless a
would put me up to
critical failure is based
12,
on your roll,
but that is-
not with including your minuses.
I'm still shaken. I'm up to a 12, but I'm still shaken.
Yeah. So
So 6 plus
roll-
4 is 10. So what's 10? That's shaken, isn't it?
yes.
Right. So I'm just shaken.
Yep. And so you guys will have a free action on the first of your round to get out of that with Spirit.
Okay. So
Spirit's a figure.
it comes up. I'm shaken. Can I attack it?
You can unshake.
Yep.
Well, I did say that no matter what happens, but I think that fear effect would trigger me into
Yeah,
my
Because it would have come
interrupt.
immediately.
Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead. You can I'm just going to let you make your attack, and then we'll deal with your shaken afterwards. Just
Right.
because we sort of did the same. Also.
Well, I am shaken, so I should be getting a minus to the attack of some
No, you
form.
can't
I
attack
would have
at all.
thought.
Do anything.
Can't
You can't
attack
do
at
anything
all.
shaken.
No.
Nope.
You can only run away.
So what you held your turn, right?
Yeah.
Now you've started your turn shaken. At the start of your turn shaken, you have a free action to unshake, a spirit roll.
Okay, I'll use the Joker to go after them then, because I'm feared.
Fair enough.
I'm shaken. I think that's fair. I'm not going to fudge it.
Okay. I'm perfectly happy with that. And then
Yeah.
the next person in the group is our siren. Oh no, you went. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. So
No,
the creeping.
because Rob hasn't acted yet. We still haven't had an action from Chase.
So he's waiting until after the creeping shadows. He said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
So
okay.
the siren
now I get
killed
Rob.
one. Then they moved up.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, I can't
right.
do anything. I'm gripped by fear, kind of.
Okay. So this siren siren. This creeping shadow is
Which one? What? Which one?
the
What?
one right next to you,
The
May.
one in front of me.
The one that's to the south, so the bottom of the screen of you, is going to try and claw you. Okay. What is your parry?
My parry is
I'm just saying this, so I could go ahead and roll it, but I'm doing this.
5.
Okay. When you see it go to make its clawing attack, it suddenly looks much more solid.
Okay. Hit them just before they attack us.
Basically.
So what is yours again?
What, my parry?
Yep.
5.
5, 6, 7. So it beats it, but it does not roll a raise. So we are talking shaken.
Oh.
Is the only effect. Okay.
You don't get to roll. It doesn't get to roll damage.
Sorry, that's to hit.
Yeah.
Duh. Absolutely. The roll damage. I didn't do it together. There. See, look, he's helping you out. So your toughness.
I'm counting
is-
this. Don't worry. I'm marking that up in my book.
What's your toughness, young lady?
I'm just trying to understand the rules.
I know.
Yeah,
we're getting
yeah.
We're getting there together. Tell me, what's your toughness?
Is
It's under drive.
I've got a 6 with then 1 in brackets. Does that mean that's 7?
No, it means it's 6, but one of them is because of your armor.
Okay.
So this
there.
is not an armor piercing roll in any way, shape, or form. It rolled a 10, takes off 6, so the damage is 4. You are shaken with a wound. Would you like to spend a Benny to try and soak that?
Yes.
And Pete, if you can also look at the damage and make sure that I'm not like doing one level down. So as far as I know, I see it. As soon as they beat the toughness, from there to 4 up to that area is
Is it 0 to 4 or is it 0 to
or is it-
3?
yeah, exactly. So that's sort of what I'm
Yeah.
trying to make sure.
Yeah.
So if you would like to roll, spend a Benny and roll
Yep, done that.
vigor.
Roll vigor.
Yes.
Okay, now. Roll vigor.
And every success takes it down, so that's a success. So if there was a wound, that takes it, the wound is gone, and you are just shaken. If we determine in just a second that actually it was just shaken, then that's all gone. But I think at this point you are just shaken. I will wait for
Yeah,
confirmation.
I'm just finding it.
No
Right, damage. Here we go.
problem.
Just for a second, guys. If your hero gets raised on the attack roll, you add another d6. Okay, fine. Right, so success, 0 to 3 points of damage over toughness is shaken. 1 raise is 4 to 7 points of damage over
Got it.
toughness. So yes, so
Okay, so I
4
was
is
correct.
4 is 1 raise.
Gotcha.
See that little table there would be really helpful on the combat handout,
Wouldn't
but
it?
it's not on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just this lovely little table there.
Maybe I should keep that up in one of my tabs. But whatever the case, you have beaten one of that wound, so you do not take a wound, though you are shaken. So remember, shaken, the colorful term for this is like you're battered, bruised, nicked. So those claws do connect with you, but it's not enough to really wound you. But scary nonetheless. Wonderful. So that's that one. This one right here in front of Rosco is going to make an opposed roll. So
Oh,
what it is going
okay.
to do, and I'm checking really quickly, is it is going to make a spirit roll, and you may do either a notice or a spirit. You can either go with notice because
I'll
you
go
see
with
something-
notice.
Okay. So the spirit roll coming in is a 9. And yours is a 7. So we have a success. So this is a wait.
Why
What
did you
is-
roll
Why
a
is that-
notice?
Why is that a group crit check?
I don't know why it says group crit check. In fact, I will ignore that because I think that is sort of the critical thing on it, and this is the one.
Yeah.
I will say that you beat that. You can feel that this thing was probably trying to weave some form of illusion around you. For a second, it looks almost like your sister. And then that fades as you notice the inconsistencies.
Some
why-
sort of
why
charm, maybe?
Why did you roll a notice roll?
Because
it
that's
was
apparently
Yeah, to
to
detect.
notice the inconsistencies, I guess.
Yeah, was the way I was playing that.
Weird.
Yeah. Fair enough. I will take the criticism.
Weird.
Okay, the one above Roscoe is just going to go ahead and attack because he obviously is seeing through the illusion.
So again, this one solidifies just before.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Are you able to do anything?
Oh, hello.
No.
Okay.
Already done my
So
thing.
what is your parry?
6.
You have parried its maneuver.
Woo.
Got it. Okay. We have come to the end of the round, except for Belvoir Chase, who is going to interrupt at this point with a spirit check to see if he's unshaken.
Yeah, if you could, there's an unshake button on the character sheet, which I think is.
I think it works.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't actually remove the condition.
Yeah. So
Gonna do it?
Well, the
Can I-
Unshaker's a free thing. Why not do it?
can
Yeah,
I
but otherwise
change
you
my
can't do anything.
mind with reference to the action?
Okay.
You can still change it.
Because I'm a
Yeah,
non-joker.
or-
I can say what
All
I
you did
want.
was all you did was change your initiative. You still get to decide what action you want to do.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I originally wanted to do but because the fear effect came in, it changes stuff. Right, so
So you're still shaking.
I failed the shake, so I'm getting out of here. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. There's one here. There's one here. I'm going up through the trapdoor.
Okay, that's purely role playing on your part, which I love because you actually don't have to. I will say that when you get to the top of the 8 stairs, it seems firmly locked. You can make a strength roll opposed by their spirit. If you would like.
You
try
can
and-
only do 3 actions though if you're shaken.
That's true. So you've moved.
So hang on, 3 actions. 3 actions. There is a thing about 3 actions
Forcing the
here.
door would be an action.
You
I
can
think-
move up to once. Drop an item, go prone, run. You can't make a. Yeah, I don't think you can. Don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can force it. As you rush up the ladder to get away from these things that obviously you can't hurt because you just tried. And you've seen what they're doing and the weirdness they are putting on Chase maybe. As you push that door, it's just not moving. So you're at the top of the 8 stairs right underneath there. Okay. I will say that is probably your knees are at the level of Roscoe's head.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm
And
up the
that
thing.
puts you-
That's all that I could think of doing.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm up there. So I'm going to move myself under the trapdoor.
Okay. I'm not going to give him a free attack just because I don't feel like doing it. And then we will maneuver again. So here we will go again here. So those of you who are under the fear effect, if you're shaking, you're still shaking. That's just the bottom line. But we are going to start delivering our cards. Chase.
I'll take the Queen of Clubs.
What is that? It's a Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs. Okay, Ace of Clubs. Thank you.
Sorry, you're just 6 of Spades and Ace of Hearts.
Oh,
So, okay.
I'll say.
so suits,
Yep,
hearts,
send
beats,
me-
clubs.
Yes, clubs is the last. Spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Mhm.
All right, or death, love, wealth, violence. Okay. The creeping shadows now have a chance to go first. Mrs. Siren, this one standing right in front of you, is going to probably foolishly attempt to mess with you. And so you can either do a notice or you can do a spirit roll to try and beat this. All you have to do is beat a 4. So much for this. Wow. Would you like to spin a Benny?
Yeah, go
I
on,
will
why
ask.
not?
Go for it. Roll again. Come on. Beat
Hang
this
on.
thing.
Just got to give you Benny first.
Fair enough. On spirit.
So do you re-roll or do you?
Yeah.
You can hit re-roll or you can hit it again. Doesn't matter.
Let's go re-roll.
Fair enough. Let's see what happens. There is. That's enough because you're gonna beat that tie. And
I can't believe it was a 2 and a 2, and this is now a 4 and a 4.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
it's purely random, right? All of these random generators are purely random. There's no way that they would repeat or do anything like that. Okay, so that one has done what it was going to try and do. The one in front of Rosco right here is going to attempt this again. And so it's going to make that same roll. And it is going to be its spirit. Come on. Dang it. 2. So it's failed. I'm just going to say it's failed and save you that. Trying to beat it. And then we're going to go for the one above you that has stayed solid. And it will attempt to... this one's going to try and get in close and bite you. It's the same roll, but it's get some nice color. You've got... Okay. I'm spinning a Benny.
Oh.
Screw that. I'm going to roll this again. This is ridiculous. Come on. There we go. Oh, no, because it's just a 6. Okay. So, what's your parry? 6.
6.
I have wasted a Benny. Very good. Fair
Bye,
enough.
Benny.
Bye-bye, Benny.
Benny. Come here.
Okay, so when they solidify for the attack, how is it literally just for the attack and then they...
Yes.
Right,
It
okay.
is.
So, yeah.
Makes things really difficult. There are some wonderful spells that can imbue magical capabilities to other weapons and things like that, but we do not seem to have those at this point. However, very soon...
Roger the Rabbit's got 'em.
You guys will be getting some new stuff. Why? I can't seem to...
Well, I'm wondering if those ghost steel knives probably might do
there is
a
the
bit of damage.
Nope.
There is the possibility. I'm all for that.
I doubt it, because these are classed as
It says
ethereal,
magical
aren't
weapons.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
no, they're just
They've all
tougher
gone.
than normal knives. That's all the ghost steel does,
Okay.
Rosco, you can
and sharper.
attempt to help the siren in whatever role she makes,
Well,
either through encouraging or telling her where to go, where to spot. You've here we go. That's the most important thing.
that's my first thing.
That's the most important thing. Very good.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I could attempt to help her, but she's like doing weird magic-y stuff, and
Oh yeah, she is.
I got no clue how to do that. Can I go on hold until one of these tries goes solid again, and then
Okay.
attack it while it's solid?
Because they've already had their turn, when you go on hold, you will get to basically have that Joker effect next round. And
Basically,
you
yeah.
will get to go whenever you want to, so you can jump before them or jump right as they're doing what they're doing and do the athletic. Okay,
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
that'll be our plan.
Yep.
I've got a question about that, if you don't mind, because I think that will
Please.
also help Peter. Okay, so I understand what you've just said. However, at the start of their turn, we've got to make a
Athletic.
fear check.
Athletic. No.
No, you only have to make the fear check once.
All right, sorry.
That helps.
So yeah, I read up on this. So fear checks, basically, for a given creature, you only get a fear check once for the whole setting.
All right, okay, that's cool. Right,
If these
okay
things
then.
jumped out of the trees at you later, like 2 sessions from now, We
Yeah.
might roll it again, or we might go, oh, you've seen these. It'll be sort of
Yeah.
up to.
See, I
this
would have
game
thought
does
that
give
they
a
would
lot
have
more
stayed
discretion.
solid until the turn order changes. Then they're incorporeal again until they
At
go.
will. It's at will, and it doesn't say that.
Yeah.
And the 2 times I've seen it played through by other people, they they've done the same mean things to their
Yeah.
players. So
Well, I mean, it depends on what you want to, how you want to put it out, I suppose. So, okay, yeah. Sorry, Pete. Go on.
depends.
So
That's
you're
it.
holding.
I'm on hold. Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that. And you are unshaken.
And unshaken.
Chase.
Yeah.
Unshake?
I'm going to
you can
do
do
a
it.
bit of Taylor Swift.
Come on, shake it off. Yay.
Yes!
Don't forget
Right.
to uncheck your shaking
Yep.
on your character sheet.
So, what I'm going to do is I too am going to hold.
Very good.
Okay.
You're halfway up the ladder. Well, in fact, you're at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This will be epic.
So you could try for a strength check to open the thing, or move down the ladder, or whatever. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to go for a strength check to see if I can bust the
Absolutely.
trapdoor.
And you're beating their spirit. So here we go. Opening character sheet here. I will hit spirit. This is what you have to beat.
Oh,
9.
Why is that doing that?
And there we go.
So I didn't.
you did not beat it.
No.
Nope.
did
Their
not.
magical force holding it shut.
They've got a high spirit.
Yes. they
Yeah.
do.
But next round you might succeed because they might roll a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or like they've done with you guys every time that they should have put you into a complete illusion. You guys, this is unbelievable. Okay, I should have probably just done a GM fiat and put you guys into all sorts of crazy alternate realities, but that has not been the case. Chase has attempted the door. He is unshaken, and the siren is now unleashed.
Yep.
Okay,
Why-
first thing I've got to try and do is
actually-
unshake.
Why the heck? I will do this because it did it this way, but look what
Huh?
it's done with my Ace of Hearts.
Huh?
For some
Oh, it's
reason,
put it at the bottom.
here's what I did is I failed to click the button to do it in card order. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
It's my fault. So I will take that on the chin. I'm not going to give myself a Benny for it, though I thought about it for like 2 seconds. Okay.
So
Go
the
ahead.
first thing I've got to try and do is unshake, yes?
Oh, no, I already did their turn.
You
Didn't I?
did.
Yeah,
So it
Yeah,
is a siren.
they acted
Yeah.
first.
they did.
Yeah.
So there's the bottom. So go ahead and you, and I've got there, boom, you're on the
You
siren.
failed.
Nah.
Oh,
Shall we?
rat. Do you want to spend a Benny
Nope.
and try again?
Nope.
Okay. You're just not feeling very scared of these things. I see. I see.
Hang on a second.
So we have gone all the way through the turn order.
Yeah, huh?
So you know what that means.
2 cards.
Chase? 8 of hearts.
Yep.
Peter?
Oh, hang on. If you spend a Benny, you can recover from shaken. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
instant
without
and
a
may be
roll.
done at any time, even interrupting another's actions if
Yeah.
desired.
Yeah, it gets rid of it. You're right, Pete. So if you spend a Benny right now, you don't have to re-roll. It's just you're done. Christine, would you like to do that?
No, it doesn't mean she's done. It means she can then get an action.
She gets an action, yes.
Yeah.
So would you like to do that, Christine? Spend a Benny to unshake?
Okay.
Okay, and Rob, so we won't count those cards?
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Okay. So you may now act. Christine?
Okay. She is gonna whirl her hands around in front of her, pulling shadows from all around all corners of the room, and
Nice.
hurl a blast at this one in front of her.
Okay. And I am going to, just because I'm feeling like doing this, this is actually 2x2. That's the small blast.
Mhm.
So where are you going to put it? There we
There.
go. Good enough. So let's make that spirit roll.
Hang on 2 seconds. First thing I've got to do is that. Is that all right? Let me just check. Hang on.
Is that your spirit roll?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what
Remember,
that was.
You get a +2 for your magic in this house,
Well, that's 6.
Sorry. Oh.
which is a success.
Oh! That's a fear check roll. There's a little screaming face up at the top in your character sheet.
Oh,
What's that?
sure enough.
Yeah. There's a little screaming emoji face.
Ah, it is a fear check roll. Look at that.
Oh, so it is.
And if you hover over it, it says, I thought it was the shaken thing and I was trying to get rid of it and click on it to clear it. And it rolled.
That's what you're doing with the spirit. Oh, I now get what happened. Okay.
Sorry.
Because you are now...
So I didn't mean to roll that.
Absolutely.
That's just me clicking on things on my screen that I didn't know
Yeah.
what it
Nice.
did.
Because then it's got a fear result,
Yeah.
and it gives you the fear table. Ah, awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, this
That's
is
a
very
useful feature.
nice.
There you go.
That's
Very
the-
useful.
that'll
Okay.
be
So
very
now
handy for you.
I am, and now I'm rolling my blast. That's
Okay.
okay. Which should now be
That's a
unaffected
hit.
by fear.
Absolutely. And add 2 to
7,
that.
8,
7, 8,
9.
9. So
Roll the damage. yeah.
sadly not an you've succeeded, so 4. Okay, so you don't get an extra raise.
Is a magic
So regular
affected by
attack,
physical toughness?
it will be for the damage. It's
Okay.
the attack is not.
Hmm.
So the damage will go against their toughness of 6 with no armor.
She does get it is a
Holy
oh, shit.
crap!
It is a raise though, because if she's got an extra +2, that's
Oh,
that's
it is.
9.
You're right. 9.
Yeah.
So you would get an extra D6 to this.
Which is your bonus
Ooh.
damage, so that's 39.
That's
Bad damage.
39.
Wow.
Six to six
Okay,
to
so
six to
let
six.
us simply
That's
say,
5 6s in a row.
and now she's not complaining as much about that. Yes. So this guy is I'm moving it back here just because I want to put it in that place. And he is destroyed. It is destroyed. We'll keep this on the screen just because I think it might happen again, just somehow. I'm thinking that.
34 from 2d6.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the scary part.
Yeah, that can happen to
You
us.
get shot.
Now, if you imagine, right, that's from 2d6. Okay. Now imagine your bonus damage also did the same. And because you got a raise, you would count the bonus damage because it's a 1d6.
Yep. You could
Mm.
it's nuts how quickly it can get out of hand in the game, which is
Yeah.
why they call it Savage Worlds. Because it can get out of hand. Now,
I think that is
What-
actually the highest
the-
roll for damage.
the game rule that I am going to do for your guys' knowledge, I'm doing this now. I will say this now. Unless this type of thing happens from a great fall or an explosion or something like that, I will max you out at 3 wounds. So that type of roll from a bad guy will give you 3 wounds, which would kill you. Right? Or would put you out of the game to where you're dying. Okay? Giving you a chance to roll bennies against 3 wounds. Okay?
Ah.
So that's how I am going to adjudicate that for you. Is considered a fairly kinder rule in the whole thing, but at the same time, you can get to 3 wounds pretty dang quick. That the thunderclap of that thing almost makes you guys' ears ring, even though it's on an ethereal plane. So it is a strange feeling in both of your heads. Is the resonance is going through your bodies and spirits in such a way it's just nuts. But you see that thing just torn out of existence.
Fucking zombies never did this. I don't like magic.
Any chance, because it was such an awesome roll, it shakes the other 2.
Very good.
Gotta ask.
Yeah, no. I'm giving you everything. I'll give you everything.
Nah.
Okay. Once again, add your stuff because we are going to be getting our cards. Chase.
Hang on.
Holy crap.
Yes!
You sons of guns. He got himself a joker. I will.
Bennies. We need those bennies.
Yes, Christine needs those bennies.
We all need them.
Golly.
Benny.
God.
Giz.
Unbelievable.
That's
There-
2 jokers.
Look at that. You guys have 4? What crap is that?
Well, we had 4 from the first Joker, and then
Oh, yeah, you
myself
spent
and
one,
Pete
now you
spent
got another
one. Christine spent 2, 3.
Okay. Let us go to our next character who I'm going around. So let us.
I am on hold.
Oh, you are on a hold. No, you're. Oh, you are. Darn.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
a joker.
hold.
He's a
Look at
joker
that
there in
ace
himself.
of spades that goes into the pile.
Yeah.
Okay. Steam.
What's that? It's a 10 of
10 of spades.
10 of spades.
And the bad guys get a queen of spades. Oh, come here. And then I will click.
Why is there
Let's see.
no Rosco on there?
Because he didn't add
Oh.
himself. And I
Yeah.
can't add him because I don't have access to his
Hang on.
character.
Oh, there we go. But I'm going to act as the creeping shadows act. I'm going to interrupt them.
So you're going to go as this one just above you goes solid.
Okay,
Yeah,
I would
so
like
I'm
to
go- so I'm-
attack it.
Oh, you're going to attack it with your Joker.
Fair enough. You go. You go as well.
So as soon as I start
Okay.
to see it go, I've got my Bowie knife out and I go, Cowabunga! Not that he knows what Cowabunga is because this is the 1800s, and he basically
Fair
just
enough.
leaps from the thing over in that direction, and he wants to attack this dude when he goes solid. That's
Very
my
good.
explanation
This
for
is-
it.
This does not get a opposed athletics roll because this is the Joker itself. You
Yep.
also get a +2 to your action
Excellent.
and +2 to your damage.
So that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
And my damage.
Actually, it is just a hit because of the parry.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11. So there's that's what it is. Over his toughness of 6.
Don't forget,
Seven.
I get an AP of 2 with my Bowie knife.
It has no armor. So his toughness is 6. So 3, 4. So if you have 5 above, so you have it's shaken and wound.
And a wound. Yeah. If
That's
it's an
enough.
extra, it dies.
That's exactly. So it is going to die. Boom.
And I take it I am then stood in its space just as Rosco brings the axe down.
Well, no, because I mean, you acted before me,
No,
so
he acted before, so he's going to get a chance.
so I'm getting a chance at the one in front of me, assuming it goes solid.
I think it's only fair at this point that this thing goes solid to bite your throat out,
Okay.
and you make a decision to do something about it.
I am going
So
to
let us
attack
do
it.
it. And we're going to do, wait.
Athletics check
Athletics check.
to see who goes first.
Do you want to spin a penny?
Yeah.
Actually, stop.
Hmm?
You're tied at 2.
Oh, which means it's
So-
simultaneous.
Yeah.
That
You
is
wanna do
the rule. Yeah.
You want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, go
enough.
for it.
So go ahead. I'll let you roll your damage first. It will roll its damage anyway. Actually, let me roll your damage.
Well, we've got to roll
and then-
attack first. So
Yeah, attacks. Very good. So
Oh,
it's gonna
nice. 8.
I got 8 and I got a raise with my wild dice.
and it got a 5. What is your toughness?
Toughness
not enough.
is... Yeah, it's not enough. No.
Not enough. So you're doing damage because its toughness is 6.
Yeah.
that'll shake it. Nope.
So I need to do 2D... I need to do 3D6.
Yes,
I think.
sir. Something like that. Oh,
Ooh. I got 2 raises.
Oh, hang on.
There we go.
So roll another
12,
D6.
16. So another 2D6.
Yeah.
look at that.
And 6 is 32.
That's it. So 22 points of damage.
22.
And
I think it's
it
done.
is destroyed.
Whoop, whoop.
You guys have survived that. And here you are in the basement. The stench and of the like rotting fish and some of that other stuff just is not there now. It smells dank and damp. There's some vague smells of where probably there was canned goods in here at one point. And there are some canned goods on a couple of the shelves that you see lining the walls. But that's probably not your main focus.
Well, let's get that. Let's get that trapdoor open and get a light, get a lantern come down
Yeah.
here and
Very good.
Unless-
By the way,
place.
A
You know-
lantern would have been another thing that would have done great damage to the piano. That's another story. Okay. Easily, you guys pop that trapdoor open. The light flows in, and it immediately is less oppressive. In fact, the whole cabin seems much less oppressive.
Are there sconces on the wall or
No,
lanterns that are down here?
Nope,
Because
there are
sometimes
lanterns
in
sitting around.
sometimes in basements you leave a lantern down there so you can
Yep.
light it and then you blow it out as you go, don't you?
Yep, but there
Nothing
doesn't
like
seem
that.
to be one. But you guys can grab
There'll
one.
be
off
one in the
the tables
kitchen.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll do that
So
and
you
then
guys
bring
do
it
that.
down, and then we'll have a fertile
Yeah.
through the for the hidden.
Absolutely.
But before we
I'll
do that,
light the lantern with my cigar.
Nice.
Yeah. but before we do
I have
that,
got
is there
one
any
separate.
After a
chance?
combat like this, you probably want a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosco's pretty much always got us smoking a cigar.
Oh, I love it.
Has he
Is
got
it-
a box of matches?
Sorry?
Yeah, because he's a chain smoker. So yes.
I love it.
I've got a lighter. I'm posh.
So,
Yeah, but you never light a cigar with a lighter. You always use a match.
yeah, absolutely. Get the good.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Hellboy? It's a
Hellboy?
Oh, gosh.
No.
Hellboy. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of big things that you stick in mouths, should we go for a break and use the lav?
Sure.
Excellent.
All right. Let us do that. Welcome back from break. We have just destroyed the creeping shadows in the root cellar below Lynn Buckle's house. What will our people discover down here? The posse is excited.
I hope it's not fermented herrings.
Oh, you never know.
I met a Swedish guy once. He loved fermented herrings. They smell disgusting.
Are you? Is this role play, or are you just saying that?
I think he's role playing it.
Okay,
Well,
he's role playing.
actually,
got it.
in roleplay and also in real life, but he didn't like it. His wife liked the fermented herrings.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay,
Yeah.
you look around the room. There are a couple of canned things here and there. Some not rutabagas, but there's some root tubers and a sack in the corner. There's a couple of things like that, but it's pretty bare. It's not like this was a well-stocked cellar that Lynn Buckles was planning to use. It's a rental house. There was just some stuff left over from probably the 2 renters before them. And there is a obvious, now that you have noticed it, mound of dirt that seemed to be where all of those creeping shadows burst and went rushing at you guys.
Okay. Do we want to dig it up and banish or consecrate the not
I think that, we should
Get
dig
rid
it
of
up
the
and
corpses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I
I mean,
go
this
and get
place-
the marshal or?
Do you think this house was built on an Indian burial ground or something?
Some sort of poltergeist thing.
Yeah.
So the dirt is loose. It looks like maybe somebody got a spade or even maybe have done it by hand, scrabbling down here. What is buried in the dirt? Who is digging it?
I'll do it.
Can we move our characters to where they are? Thank you.
So is this the dirt mound or?
Yes,
Right,
Or is it in every or is it in all 4 corners?
one corner.
Just one corner. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if we could actually find a spade.
There is not one. There's a mop down here leaning in a corner. But sadly,
Why
as
would you have a
spill your-
mop in the basement of a dirt floor?
I don't know, because they probably carry it upstairs and use it in the kitchen. But whatever the case, you scrabble in the dirt and your fingers hit something hard.
Oh, it's
Rock.
not a penis, is it?
Nope.
Oh, thank God for that.
And it is rock-like, jagged in some places. And as you smooth it out, you find 66.6 pounds of trouble. It is big enough to crown a grave. It is the headstone nugget.
Oh boy.
Okay, so whose headstone?
No. This is the famous nugget of ghost ore that
Went
someone
missing.
went missing.
Huh. And here it is in the basement of Lynn Buckles' house.
I mean, it's worth an
feel-
absolute fortune.
It is worth an absolute fortune.
I mean, what is ghost ore worth? $100 an ounce or something?
Yes. Something like that. It's 66.6 and a half, so 66 and a half pounds. So this is a massive chunk of ghost rock.
So it's just over 1,000 ounces. It's $100,000, over $100,000 worth of ghost ore,
Yes. And in this day and
and
age,
that's in 19th century money.
yeah, we're like 25 cents will buy you a beer and everything else you want. Yeah. So we're looking at a fortune in ghost rock that for some reason is buried here.
Right.
I will say,
There's
that
nothing in here.
Sarah-
There's no bodies. There's nothing in here. I'll just
Sarah.
recover the thing over.
I would like Sarah to give me a spirit roll. If she does well enough, I'm going to give her some information.
What?
Oh, there
These
we
two
go.
are looking over my shoulder whilst I'm sweating my butt
Oh
crack
yeah,
off.
they are. They're like, get
Okay.
deeper.
God damn it! So they saw
Go faster.
they saw the ghost door.
Oh,
Here we go.
Sarah.
So I'm just looking at the Deadlands equipment. you can buy two large paddle wheelers for that, or 7 locomotives.
So that type of wealth, exactly.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
You could take that and go buy yourself a freaking massive ranch.
You could live
somewhere.
very comfortably.
Sarah,
Hmm?
I'm not going to give you a ton for the role because you didn't get a raise, but I will tell you this. Well, actually, would you like to burn a Benny to go higher?
No.
You understand that your +2 in your dark magic is because this is here.
Ah.
You also suspect that it is why everything's happening in the house.
I kind of suspected that.
Okay?
This is the source
Mm-hmm.
of the troubles and the powers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, the way it says this here with the taint is that lesser Manitou worm their way into the physical world through the Nugget's influence. There's always a handful swarming around it, ready to mess with folks.
Is there any way of is there any substance you can put this in to shield it from that kind of effect?
If someone had gotten a raise on their roll, I would have told them something. But they didn't neglected to burn a Benny to try. So,
Okay.
it is what it is.
Yeah, but she could make a knowledge check now, surely.
Well, I'd be willing to let you take one more roll at this, Christine.
Well,
Just
we
because
might
I'm
not need
feeling-
to.
Oh?
Yeah, well, I mean, Chase knows this.
Knows what?
What I'm about to tell you. Right, so ghost steel weapons are made with ghost ore.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've got 4 throwing knives and 2 large Bowie knives. Okay, so they must be imbued with something to stop the spirits from being attracted. So that could be the steel aspect of it, which has nickel and something else, isn't it? Okay.
Could just be there's just a small quantity of ghost ore.
Yeah. So Chase knows what goes in to make because he's asked the blacksmith, what's the difference between this and a normal thing? And he said, well, it's got ghost ore in it, and explained the whole process and all the rest of it. But, so I can say with certainty that, but it might be that if I had 66.6 pounds worth of ghost steel weaponry carrying around with me, I might actually attract something. I suppose that would be down to the GM and a knowledge roll.
So I will say that you guys have been told a lot by the Twilight Legion. And I will let you make a knowledge roll to see if there's something there that might help you.
I think we all should do it. Common knowledge?
Yeah, let's call it common knowledge. But
Or weird science?
No, common knowledge, and it's based on what has been told you by the Twilight Legion.
Yeah, which is under smarts.
Okay. Rosco. There we go. We have a success, but nothing super.
Why is this not clicking again?
Sarah, you can choose to do spirit to actually delve at it, or you can use common knowledge. Nice common knowledge there. And
no, that's me again. I'm just going to take the first one.
okay. Sarah, you can do common. Okay, spirit. Yeah, what? Yep. 10. Okay. Both Chase.
Sorry, I don't know why I
and
rolled that twice.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you seem to remember something about the fact that the simple setting of this thing in one location for any length of time is what draws the stuff. If it was moved around, say every 6, 12, 18 hours, you don't know, things don't start drawing to it, but over time. There is a time factor of where it sits. It has been sitting in one place for quite some time, drawing in evil.
Do we know what distance? Or just that it needs to move? So it could move 6 yards?
You don't know. It could be 6 yards. Fair enough.
Well, let's just move it to another corner.
Yeah.
We've got three barrels there by the looks of it.
You could just balance it on top of a barrel. Doesn't matter.
We could do.
It's about. It'll fill up one of those 5 foot square or 6 foot squares. It's a big chunk of crap. I mean, it's a 2-man lift. I mean,
I would say move it to this square then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to deposit it over there.
Yeah.
The sense of ease you felt in the house from destroying all the malevolent spirits who were gathered is palpably even better. The house feels like a house now. However, Christine, you can still feel its impact on your black magic to where it would raise it still.
Okay.
You also think that if you broke it up, it would probably have less influence, but it would also be worth less.
We'll not take that step just yet.
Fair enough. And it probably wouldn't have the same effect on you, Christine.
How do we know about the 66.6 pounds being the missing thingy? I've forgotten.
It's in the player briefing, I'm pretty sure.
Right, so there wasn't a newspaper article or anything, no?
No.
Yeah, I think there was.
Maybe that was one of the things that you got in the thing.
Right, so if everybody, I'm just thinking out loud so that Sarah and Rosco can hear me. So if people are looking for this 66.6 pound lump of ore, if we could split it, even if it turned out then to be £66 in total, people might not think that it's the same thing.
There is slightly more value to it. So let us
When it's
imagine
whole. Right, okay.
Let's imagine what is that wonderful jewel you guys happen to have at the Tower of London that may have come from some other continent.
The Colonial Diamond, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, name any of them.
We could cut that thing right up into some smaller pieces. I'm sure it would all be additive on value, right? No.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's worth enough, even if we do break it up, just
Yes,
on
it
its.
is. Oh yes, absolutely.
And the problem is how do you sell it as a whole? Who do you sell it to
Fair
that
enough.
isn't going to, kill you for it immediately? So, I mean, I assume there's no danger to breaking chunks off this thing, is there?
Not that you know of.
So I'm trying to remember, what was the story behind it? What was the story about this? Who discovered it?
Do we have your?
Was it in one of the
I think it was in your player briefing thingy that we put out.
Player briefing, player's introduction.
Yeah, I want to say it's in that.
Did
I not bring that down here?
The Headstone Nugget. Here we go. One recent event was significant enough to alter the county's path for the foreseeable future. The discovery of the Headstone Nugget. In January 1884, a down-on-his-luck prospector named William Phoenix dug a 66.6 pound ghost rock nugget from the Uinta foothills. Before you could say ghost rock fever, there were more miners than you could shake a stick at, swarming all over the bluff, known locally as Tarrytown Bench. Following the independent miners came the Heaston Mining Company, with its deep pockets and extensive water flume extraction systems. Owner Jeremy Heaston brought the town of Heaston Hill numerous improvements, including electric lights on Main Street. But there's been a persistent and troubling pattern of conflict between Heaston's employees and local miners. And by most accounts, it's getting worse. Most folks in town know the history of the Headstone Nugget, but everyone knows it recently went missing, and rumours are flying about who might have taken it.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is if we were to take it to the mining place to basically cash out with it, then straight away JD's going to say, whoa, where did you find that?
Well, the
Because
point
we
is,
haven't
it says
laid a claim.
it recently went missing. So, in other words, somebody owned this thing and it was stolen.
Can you imagine who in this town would have acquired that as
Yeah.
their...
So, in other words, as soon as we go anywhere with it, Heaston's going to go, yoink, thank you very much. Oh,
Now-
and by the way, you thieves, we're going to arrest you and hang you for the varmints you are.
Huh.
Well, it went missing before we came into town. But
That just means we planned it all out and obviously came in disguise and stole it or whatever. Or it
So
was our
why did
accomplice, Len Buckles.
yeah, Uncle Len. Guilty by association, Sarah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Heaston had let's assume Heaston, because that's where we're all
Yes.
thinking, right?
Yeah.
Let's assume that Heaston had it. It's got stolen. Why did Heaston have it, knowing full well that it would call the supernatural through? Was he trying to
Well,
control it?
Maybe. But again,
Not
it's...
everyone knows that Ghost Rock is
Yeah.
is the supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
People like
And maybe he just had it kept moving it around. Even if he knew that, then he could just keep moving it around, you know.
Right. So let's assume that he's not using it for nefarious reasons. Then, okay. But if he is, then if we break it right down and be damned with the with how much we can get resale.
We'd still get a lot of money. Don't go,
Yeah.
it's still worth a huge sum of money, even broken into pieces.
Yeah. So there's that option. But in the meantime, I start to try and move it so that it's liftable by 3 people or 2 people. And then
You
we're
guys-
going to stick it over here, yeah? And
Yeah,
see if
we'll
that
bring one of
works.
Absolutely.
Well, I think
Okay.
you've already said that the
Yeah.
atmosphere in the place.
Oh, yeah,
massively
sorry.
Really
improves.
gets better.
I
Nope,
went for the
all good.
loo, so I forgot a lot. What's in these barrels? And
It's there. 2 of them are empty. One of them has what looks like some brackish water, and when you look at the bottom, there's something floating in there. It looks like turds for a second. And oh, it's pickles.
okay, so that's the outhouse. Excellent.
Okay.
And then on the shelves, it's just bric-a-brac.
There's onesie twosie, old, probably not worth opening because it'd probably explode. Canned vegetables of some sort. They don't look nefarious and weird like the thing you discovered in the office. They just look, like these have just been left here, probably
Okay.
from one renter to another, to another, to another, and Len Buckles probably never touched them. They just sat there gathering dust and slowly fermenting
Yeah.
over time.
So what I'm thinking is if anyone were to, because this is the type of shit that I would do. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? If I was to break in and had a look in the basement, then I would be more than likely be put off by. Well, actually, I wouldn't, because I would actually plough through. But 9 times out of 10, if somebody's got foul smelling, it's not worth the hassle. So if we could rig something with those bad fermented vegetables in this barrel here, right, and as soon as that gets lifted up, it's like a foul smell. Then
quick question. I mean, it's 66.6 pounds, but physically, what size is it?
It is.
Are we talking football size?
Size of a tombstone. So if you think about a headstone that is, it would be, 3 feet by 2 feet.
Okay.
So it's decent size.
Yeah.
but it does say that it was a ghost
Like a
rock
baseball
nugget.
or
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we could fit it in one of these barrels.
you could.
If we broke it into, we could. So
So if turned on its side and finagled properly,
Get it under the water in this barrel of pickles.
maybe not underwater, but you can get it most of the way underwater.
then
Well,
we
I mean,
Right.
fill it up with other water.
yeah. Then we
Good.
top it up. Yeah.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
We want to hide it. Plus, with the barrels, we can turn the barrel on its side, and we can then actually. It's easier
can
to
just-
move
we can just-
around.
roll the barrel along
Yeah.
to another corner.
I completely love that as a solution.
Yeah.
The barrels themselves, you'll probably have to do a little bit of finagling to get them watertight again, but whatever the case, that's good.
Do we get some tar or something?
This barrel that you guys are standing next to now contains the headstone nugget.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know, 5-6 gallons of brine, about 2 dozen pickles, and it is where you can turn it on its side and move it around as necessary.
Yeah.
As you start to detect any changes in the atmosphere of the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am completely good with that. I like it.
Okay.
It's a brilliant way of going about it. Go ahead, guys.
No, I was just going to say something, and then I thought, no, shut up, Rob, because you're going to bugger it for everyone.
Good job, Rob.
Yes, I'm going to keep quiet.
Yeah.
That is probably one of your best skills at this point. No, okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move you back up to Lynn Buckle's house. You guys can decide what you want to do from here, and then we will. The raccoon is still going plonk, plonk on the piano. Like, what? I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why is Roger doing that? Just because you told him to, or is he just curious and does that? Christine, your cat looks like it's had a stroke. Sorry, Rob. I am just the most gauche GM ever.
I know, right? And there was me thinking that I was the gauchiest
you doing?
person.
Nope. That's me. Christine, are
Right.
you okay?
I would
Yep.
like
Yes.
to.
Okay.
She's there.
I
I'm
would
here.
like to rig something up. How would we go about rigging something up? It's not trade. Thievery?
Rigging what?
Well,
rigging
I
what?
did think about putting some explosives under the trapdoor, so if anybody went in without us, without doing the right thing, the trapdoor would go kaboom and the person would die. But I'm thinking that might be a little bit excessive.
I think that would kind of take out most of the house.
Yeah.
And you probably
So
don't
what I'm
have any
thinking is I
explosives
would
on you.
like to rig something
Yeah,
up
well,
that
yeah.
doesn't look suspicious, but us three know that it's there. Okay.
Okay.
And so when you open the trapdoor, it breaks.
You just put a
hair.
bit of thread, put a hair or something over the edge of the trapdoor. And
You'll know it's been opened.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking
that's
that
it.
if you open the back door or, the hair might move. So, and I know that the double-sided sticky tape's not there and neither is bubble gum.
no, but you've got molasses.
Yeah. You can fudge
Yes.
something.
We can
Yeah.
put something there.
I'm perfectly happy with that.
Co-
That you have
hacking.
established. I'm sorry.
Hacking. I'm assuming that's for MacGyvering something, not as in using a hatchet to hack wood.
That's a non-skill in this.
In this case, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a piece of thread.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tie a small rock to the end of it.
Okay.
You open the trapdoor, dangle it in, drop the trapdoor so the thread is being held.
Yep.
And you can then see the thread. If anyone lifts it, it will drop down and you'll know. Yeah.
In the darkness.
In the darkness, no one will see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
That's good thinking,
Done.
Rosco. You've done this before, haven't you?
I watched too many murder mysteries or spy movies.
Spies like us. Okay.
You read
Very
all
good.
of those spy books, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to do in this town in the next 20-ish minutes before we call this a night that we have spent entirely in Lynn Buckle's house?
I think we were going to, because I think it's still early morning, isn't it? Or late morning.
Yep.
I think the plan was we were coming over to here to dump our stuff, and then we were going to go get our horses, get our guns, and go out to the claim.
Okay. So that is...
So I think that was our plan.
Yeah.
Oh,
and at some point, I do need to go to the tailor's. I need some cloth.
That's the wrong... I do not recognise that one.
I completely put you in the wrong place. So let me instead go here.
The video editing is doing so well. Unfortunately, we can't get the right map up.
I know, because that's just exactly how I am.
Yeah.
I will say that it probably doesn't take you an excessive amount of time to move to number 30.
So that's where the guns are, and that's where the horses are.
That's where the horses are, 31. I think either way, horses or guns first. I do want to add a teeny bit of flavor as you get your guns. So why don't we get your horses first? We do remember the gentleman who is there.
Yeah,
and
Moses.
I don't remember his name immediately, but you guys
Moses.
probably do.
Moses, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goes, hey, back for your horses, huh? That's fast.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we've got to
now.
go past the
Bringing them
marshal's
back.
office, haven't we? So we can pick up our guns if we're... so we'll pick up the guns.
No, we're heading out to the bench.
Yeah,
Out
which
to
is
the
out of
bench.
town, so we can pick up our guns
Yeah.
and then the horses, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay, if you want to do the guns first, that's fine. I already started the roll.
Okay, well,
let's pick up the horses first. Yeah.
So he goes, that's great. You find anything you're looking for in town?
Well, I mean, we heard that Uncle Len might be out by there's a claim out on the bench, so we're going to go out and see.
Okay.
I found the tarantula hole last night.
Did you really?
Yep.
Did you hear that there's a before you got out of town, there's a bloodthirsty band of Utes lurking in the aspen forest that have been waylaying for folks?
I've not heard that. Is that on the way?
No, but I just, if you're out and about, I just want you to just be careful. Actually, I will give you
I'd best go to the tailor before we go, because, I mean, if there's bandits...
You really need a pair of
up.
pants. You just need a pair of pants. Look, come on.
So Heaston Hill Environments.
Mm-hmm.
We were to look at this. The Aspen.
Oh, Aspen Forest is way over there. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going down
We're
here
going
somewhere.
here, aren't we? It was just by the T of Tarrytown Bench.
That was it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I still need to get some trousers anyway. So.
Okay. Where do you want to go for the trousers, young man?
I'm going to go to the tailor.
Which is?
Well, it's 49.
So
it's over here. So we can go and get the guns, and then I'll say to the sheriff, look, I need to go and get some pants. Some trousers.
So
you call them pants.
We'll deal with the sheriff first.
Yeah.
Sheriff
You-
is sitting on a on the rocking chair out front.
Hey,
He's
Chips.
got his gun in his lap. He goes, "Hey, staying here tonight?"
We'll be back later. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going out of town. Yeah, because Uncle Len's. It doesn't look like Uncle Len's been at JD's house that he was renting. Yeah. So no, I should be okay as long as I can find my way from. But you never know. I might actually end up coming on in and having a game of poker with you because I didn't manage to do it last night, did I?
Hey, what's the the jail's right here.
Yeah.
Scarlet is inside.
Is she?
Yep, she's still waiting in the cell, and she sees you chatting, and she gives you a little wave.
Hey, Scarlett.
You coming back tonight? We can play some cards. She's got a set of cards.
Oh, I see. When he said you would be staying there tonight, he meant. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, and she.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll come in and visit.
I will
Might
say
not sleep,
that
but we'll certainly
your
deal a
character-
couple of hands.
Rosco, this is a attractive lady. I mean, like enough to sort of go, what? Double take. What's this young lady doing in jail? I mean, what?
Mm.
Did Chase tell you about this person?
Not much, no. Okay, so
Yeah.
while he goes in and has his chat with her, I'll engage the marshal in conversation. So, what's her story?
Oh, well, she's a member of that there Ghost Steel gang. We caught her red-handed. She's done murdered a rancher. She's gonna hang. She says she didn't do it, but come on. Surely she did.
I shout out, I don't know, Marshal. The only people in jail are always the innocent ones.
You broke up there, but I assume it was a great retort.
I'll repeat it if you wish, just for you.
Sure.
I shout out to the Marshal, I don't know, Marshal. The only people that seem to ever end up in jails are always the innocent ones. The guilty are never caught.
Hey, you're not in a cell, are you, boy?
Yeah, but I'm guilty of some things, like getting drunk, intoxication, and failure to comply with town ordinances where pants are concerned. Not my fault, though. Seriously.
Those may be more sins than they are crimes. You might want to go to the church.
Sins against the Lord are still crimes against the heavens.
Fair enough. He chuckles. So you guys are leaving or what?
We're going to head out to the bench, investigate old Len's claim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Prospector Bob, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
well,
it, yeah.
where is Bob?
Very interesting. So yeah, I assume you'll be wanting these. He pulls out a box that's got your weapons in it.
Yep.
Yes.
It was good.
Fell undressed without those.
Mosey yourself straight through town and out the other side, and no problems will come to you.
I tell Scarlett to look away whilst I kiss my rifle and fondle it lovingly.
You were so happy to have that back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Me too.
I'm at 2 guns. Oh, I'm like a happy man. I walk out with a tent. Paul.
No, she says, Chase, come on.
Uh-huh.
The 3 of us. And she reaches out towards the rifle.
The 3 of us. I look down at my tent pole. Oh. The 3 of us, huh? Wait till later, you little minx.
The rifle would be nice.
I know, but I'm very attached to this rifle. You'd have to take my hand and my heart.
Olivia's got one of those, don't I?
Yeah, of course you have.
Hey,
I give
Hey,
her a wink and I go, I'll see you later, Scarlet.
just
Oh,
When they come-
Scarlet,
when they
when I
come
come back,
to-
do you want anything?
out,
Wow. That's down to chips.
not dying.
I don't think that'll happen. Because you'll
Me either.
always live in my heart.
Oh, you're a gentleman. She chuckles. Says, I don't think I'm going to die.
Nah, I don't think so. You're innocent. I might make a
Absolutely.
sign and
What
walk up and down the First Avenue with it.
Very, very good.
Oh, everything went quiet.
Okay.
Mhm.
She does say, if you're ever up by Uri over the next day or two, if you drop by the bar and let them know old Scarlet's in jail down here, that would be a kindly thing to do.
Okay, whereabouts is the Yuri again? I'm assuming that's not on.
Uri,
It's not in Heaston, is it?
Uri would be somewhere outside. It would be here.
Oh, we went through there.
Here's Houston Hill.
Yeah.
Here's Uri.
Okay, and where's that on the other map in relation to the bench? That's down
it's
here,
well
isn't it? The
past
benches.
bench. Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Anyone in
Very
particular?
kind of you.
I lean in, but my arse with my pistols. So actually, no. I'll lean in and I'll go. Anyone in particular?
I'm gonna really quickly tell. I would say Pietro, but I will instead say Rosco. The flap on the back of those long johns are straining
Oh.
when he leans in. Very good.
I think Roscoe might actually see a bit of skin. Because one of the buttons is missing.
Oh.
No, one of the buttons is missing.
The cleft of hell. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, any particular person in your at the bar in Uri?
Just drop it by the bartender. All's good.
I wink. No problem. Next time I'm up that way, I'll make a detour. Just for you, my love.
Kind of you.
And I tip my hat.
If it happened in the next 3 days, it'd be really good. As you walk away, that's what she whispers.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you guys have your weapons. You guys have your horses.
Mhm.
You guys can go to the tailor.
Yep.
So the town full of miners and cowboys can often result in, no end of torn breeches and worn out elbows. This
Yep.
humble shop sees no end of business. The tailor, Francisco Sotelo, used to ply his trade back east in Chicago, but he lit out for the west to leave the smoggy skies and soot-covered streets behind. That's for what Francisco tells people.
Okay.
Okay. So there are any number of off-the-shelf sets of clothes, including dungarees and mining gear, and things that are fairly high-end. He's even got a special selection in the back that is straight from Paris, he'd tell you.
Mhm.
He's got a
Excellent.
top hat, tails.
Paris, Texas.
Well, it could be. Who knows?
Not interested in any
He
of
doesn't-
those.
He doesn't necessarily say.
Basically, I go in and and if when I'm then served, I say I need a bolt of cloth to be cut down roughly around about 12. Hang on, I look at the belt from the bottom of the belt of the chaps down to where the chaps come to the top of the thigh. 2 feet,
So
2 feet wide, and then I need it to go round the front.
no, no, no. Francisco says no. You will take our finest canvas dungarees. Here,
No,
follow
no,
me.
no.
No.
The reason being is, for some unknown reason, I am cursed with trousers. I go drinking, I stay sober, my trousers always disappear. When I wake up in the morning, they've gone. I don't know whether it's the dog, whether it's the badgers, or whether somebody's playing a prank on me, but something always happens, and then I have to walk around town with my Johnson hanging out at the front and my arse cheeks hanging out the back. For the last 3 or 4 months, I've literally just gotten a swade of cloth and then pinned it to my side, and it keeps the saddle sore from rubbing. You'll get more business with me for a meter or so of cloth than you.
He glances over at you two guys and goes, "Are you sure that a fine pair of dungarees would not help our friend?"
Trouble is, if the dungarees go missing, he's going to be stuck bollock naked.
Keep your long underwear. Listen, I will do this for you. I will do this. I will give you this fine canvas pair of dungarees for $3. They're guaranteed. If they somehow mysteriously go missing, and these fine gentlemen and ladies corroborate your story, I will help you with financing another.
Got a better deal for you. You give them to me, but stitch your company name and address on the buttocks, and I'll do some free advertisement for you.
I will give it for $2 and put the advertisement.
$1, and you can also do something on the front as well for somebody else and charge them advertising fees.
Very, very good. The Tarantula Hole has been asking us for advertisement. Very good.
Put the tarantula hole on the back. And you can have pride of place on the front.
Let it be as it is said. The stitching takes not much time. You have your dungarees. On the tramp stamp portion of your back, it says Tarantula Hole with an arrow.
Excellent.
And then in front, you have your other advertisement. Very good.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. I try my best. I get led down the road, and
to be fair, you caused this one. As soon as you said the tarantula hole, you should have known what was coming. I'm quite surprised we didn't get a from Pete.
Oh no, Pete's beyond.
I'm far too classy.
I wish I was. Otherwise, I'd stop that conversation.
Right. Well, at least now I know that I'm not going to get arrested for indecency. So that's cool. Right, let's go.
Well.
No, I've got the trousers on order. They've got to be made. Okay. So
very good.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the bench.
Okay.
Who's got the coconut shells?
Move to the bench. What I'm going to do is I need to make a quick movement in the book. And this is perfect as far as timing and everything else. Oh, yes. When you get up to, and let me get to the map to sort of do that. When you have moved towards right about in here and start moving up onto the mountainside, the massive rock bench that pushes out that direction towards the town, you're pushing up through pine and aspen. You can see there's a trail that's sort of leading up where you have heard that is the location of Prospector Bob and Lynn Buckles' claim. As you get to the top, you can see there's a big hole in the hillside with piles of dirt and rock around it, and a beat-up mechanical mule. So one of those steam-powered, ghost rock-powered transport pieces with picks and shovels leaned on it. There's trash scattered about, and there's a little tent rigged up just to the side out of oilcloth and branches. There's a smoldering campfire as well. I need a notice roll from everyone -2. Okay, so Rosco, -2 is 5, is a success. Chase, you
I know. I'm
fumbled.
fondling my my guns and the horse. It's been a long time
You
since I've
have
been on
actually
mountains.
fumbled.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
notice anything, do I?
Nope, Sarah, you failed, but Chase fumbles. Chase, it looks like someone is about to shoot you from behind the mule.
I draw my pistol quick.
Okay,
Put the gun down, Sonny.
okay, and for the success, you do see there's a shotgun barrel pointed out over the top of the mule, but it doesn't seem to be pointed right at you. Okay, you
Sonny, I
responded
said put the
in
gun
a decent
down.
way. If I said it once, I done said it 100 times. I ain't selling.
I don't
Go
give
tell
a
Mr.
fuck. You
Houston
put
or-
that. You put that
Go
iron
tell
near
Mr.
me.
Easton, I'll pepper your backsides.
Ah, fuck Easton. You must be Bob. Put the shotgun away.
The shotgun goes back down behind the steam mule thing there, and he stands up. He's got a big, bushy white beard and just sparkling blue eyes, crinkled. He's weathered as all get out. Looks like a prototypical prospector you'd see.
God
And
damn
he
it, Bob.
eases out behind. He goes, "You're not with Easton?"
Hell no. Do I look like I'm from with Easton?
Well, maybe not. What you doing up here?
Jeez, you gave me a heart attack. I nearly fired on you.
Ah,
Come
Gotcha.
to talk to you. The gentleman and the ladies come to talk to you, Bob.
Lady? What does you want? I must admit, you look a bit like one of them Wichita witches. What with them black breeches and stuff?
Sarah smiles. Do I?
Yes, you do.
Well, that might just be what I am.
Oh,
Does that mean I
he
can
doesn't
start
step
calling you
back.
witchy?
he doesn't step back, but he is taken aback. And I will say that we are going to need a persuasion or an intimidation roll to get something extra out of this person.
From Sarah?
Either, I don't care, but I think he's going to get a better success out of Sarah at this point.
Well, I've got both persuasion and intimidation, but the dice can go either way. So let Sarah do it.
Sarah, you get a bit of a bonus for certain things. And you
Yeah,
will
I
get
know.
that here.
I am just trying to look that up. Sorry.
No, that's fair
Just
enough.
I'm sorry, Watchers. Our keeper of law is so impatient sometimes.
I'm such a jerk when it comes to all
A
this.
taskmaster. We should know that we want an intimidation and persuasion before we even met Bob.
I know. I should have gotten you ready.
I'm trying to look. I'm sure it's. Oh God, I can't look at the whole screen.
No problem. I will jump into your character sheet and see if
Yeah.
I can help.
It's one of the edges.
No. Oh, it is an edge. I do remember that.
Or is it a spell? Is it
No,
empathy?
I think it's a spell. Empathy, yeah. It makes him
No.
trust you more.
It is an edge for which I witch. She gets a +1 to intimidation and persuasion rolls.
Yes, and we couldn't work out how to make it show on the character sheet, could we?
Nope. You're just gonna have to make the roll, and we'll just add it manually in our heads.
I can do that for you. I can add it to your character sheet. Give me 30 seconds.
Why don't we
Actually, just roll it for now, and then
Just
add the
do it for
+1
now.
to
Yeah.
it, and I'll get it done.
Yep.
After the roll, of course.
It's when
Just roll a dice.
they're affected by her persona.
So this is persuasion.
Yeah. Well, it can be that, or it can be that you're threatening him. Your call.
I'm threatening him.
Yep.
What would I roll then?
Intimidation.
Then you would roll intimidation.
Intimidation. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you wanna do?
Let's roll intimidation.
Okay. So what? We'll role play that on out here as we go.
So,
Go ahead.
you got a problem with that then, have you, there, Bob? That
Oh no, no. I mean, I've never had any run-ins with them witches. No,
ooh,
you can tell he's lying immediately.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
let us roll your intimidation.
Holy
Oh. Damn.
He's obviously
Someone else is going to need a new pair of pants.
Yeah, he's obviously had a bad experience with the Wichita witches. But after your show of force here, he is cowed. Ma'am, whoa. Fair enough. I suppose I thought you was them Heaston sons again, looking to raise some heck. Trying to force me out. I can't abide by them blaggers. I mean, so I understand you got business regarding this. What is this? That my partner Lynn?
That's exactly who we are looking for.
Hmm.
Len's gone missing, and he's a friend of ours.
Well, fact is, I own this claim now, free and clear. No offense intended, but I need to know you got nothing to do with Heaston. I need to trust it.
We got nothing to do with Heaston.
Well, we certainly have nothing to do with Heaston. He's not even on our radar.
Here's what I propose. Because this is extremely important for me and for those I know. You look like capable folks. You look like a terrifying folk. I could use some help. There's some ruffians plaguing us. There's some of them out there right now causing trouble. What do you say?
I'm
Have
gonna
they got
do.
bounties? Have they got bounties on their heads?
They should.
What's the names? Are they a gang?
Yep. There's this Gat. guy, Gatlin Heaston, and his boys coming up here trying to take our property. Them harassing people.
Hang on.
Okay,
So you
so-
want us to go up against the Heastons? Because you're too yellow
No.
belly.
I just want you to help me with some people just down the road who I think are being harassed. That's it. Then I will be glad to tell you everything about Lynn.
Okay. I'm gonna try this out for so I'm sitting on the horse, and where my pommel is, okay, I do that on
Nope.
the pommel. No
Nope.
effect?
No,
Okay.
if you done it the other way, maybe, but no.
What, you want me to do like that?
I'm just screwing with you. No, he does not.
Okay.
And he's called him Lynn a couple of times. I mean, he's definitely staying with that. But he says, "Look, follow me. I'll be perfectly happy. But you guys look like capable people, and you look like a very scary capable people. Please help us. I'll help you. I promise."
Well, we can see what the situation is.
So you guys cruise across. He's running down this trail with you guys following, and this is off horse. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
through a little trail across, and he says, "Hey, Lynn Buckles, he did come to town with a sizable grub stake, but no experience. You have to understand."
Grub steak.
Yeah, the money.
You know what a grub stake is, Rob? It's the money you would have to get ready to go mining. It's your pot of gold. It's your...
It's
Okay.
your stake.
Yeah.
It's your,
He says he has a grub stake, but no experience. My finances weren't letting me live the dream right then, and he seemed all right, so I let him buy in on my claim. Tight-lipped regarding his own business, but that's any man's right. And Lynn was a good egg. I mean, he was, but life out here can be full of trials, and I think Lynn just cracked. Holed up in his house for a week or so. Wouldn't answer the door. Then one night he just lit out, I guess. Godspeed, Mr. Buckles. Godspeed.
Mm.
After about a half mile or so, you come over a rise, and you can see multiple small cabins that are up next to a mining shaft. There are a number of miners out front, probably between 8 and 12, with pickaxes and their stuff. And then there's a crowd of horsemen, about 5 or 6. You recognize one of them there.
Houston's son.
Decent.
Yeah, that particular boy who is so dang bad, Gat.
Mhm.
And you hear the one of them yell, "You got no cause to harass us." This is Max. "You got no cause to harass us, Max Houston." This is a different one of them, because that's what it is. Harassment, plain and simple. Our claim is an order at the assay office. If you got a problem, you take it there. And at that point, Max pulls a pistol out, cracks back the hammer, points at this miner, and in one of the houses, you can hear kids scream because it's their daddy. And that's where we will stop tonight.
Mm.
Fair enough?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And we will come back to that next time.
Cool.
Cool?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Excellent.
enjoyed the combat. We went through some rules. We got smarter. I think that
Yeah.
we came up
We're
with some
learning
good
it.
ideas. And we are digging deeper and deeper into the mysteries around Houston Hill.
Mm.
Cool, guys.
Very
Christine,
good.
Any last notes? Nope.
No.
Okay. Very good.
Nope.
Then I will keep the cards at
Yeah.
handy so that we can. Do
I
this
think that
again.
worked really well.
I
Yeah.
think it did, and we will move forward in our game. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was absolutely
I'm out.
fantastic.
Thanks,
Anthony,
everyone.
again,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Right, good night, all.
Bye. Good
Good
night.
night.